Alright, back at the farm. Jetstar 3 hood's off because had to clean the points again to get her started because I spent several hours today working on the old baler. And the more I worked on it, the more I watched it, the more I did stuff with it, the more I kind of figured out how it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. Unfortunately, I'm not having luck making it do that. So it's got a spring here, and there's a spring down in there that controls the trip mechanism as the star wheel goes around. That's all you guys that have run balers, y'all understand this, but as the star wheel goes around, it's supposed to, you know, lift this metering arm up. When it gets so far, it's got a pivot in here, and it drives forward. And when it drives forward, there's another pivot down below on an arm, this arm here that is connected to. You probably can't see squat because of lighting, but that arm goes forward, and it's just a dog that catches the knotters to keep it from going around. And it's a very unique balance between spring tensions, and I don't think anything's broken. I just think my springs are worn out. With the current set of springs, I've got the original spring down there, but I've added a piece of wire to take some tension off of that, because if I hook it up the way it's supposed to, it's got so much tension that as it's going, after it trips, that spring just pulls down so hard that it won't let that arm, won't let it pivot back and let this come back and drop back down where it's supposed to. So I loosened it up, and I forget, this is a hardware spring, I forget what it was doing when I had that on there. Not enough tension, so I added the original spring back to the two of them. Had two springs on there, and that was too much tension. Took the hardware spring off, and way not near enough tension. It's not pulling the arm into the wheel to lift it. Well, it does until it gets almost ready to trip, and then it falls back down. So I don't know if there's bushings or something up in here that's worn out. I don't know how. I don't really have a manual. I'm gonna have to dig into interwebs and see if I can find a manual to figure out what's going on. Of course, factory original springs are in LA. I did buy off of interwebs new old stock correct part number spring for that bottom one that I've got wired in. This thing is way stronger than that one. It was a definite no-go. So anyway, putting his tools away, put all Dad's tools back in the bucket so that I can just go back. Oh, nope, that came out of here. That came out of here. We'll put that back in there. Anyway, yeah, good times. Close that up. That can go with me to the truck. Get that. Of course, the battery was way low on the stupid thing. Cranked it over trying to start it with bad points and wouldn't fire up. But also out here on the farm this evening, brother-in-law was trying to cut beans. That's him up on the combine over there talking to his mechanic. Stopped for dinner break, kind of, sort of. Had a hot smell. His sister and mom are over there. They brought food. Brought the cornhead with them. Anyway, his dad and brother-in-law are waiting in line over at the elevator to dump the semis. This is just going to be a random video. Dad was mowing with a little 4-foot bush hog, and well, the blade left the chat. Yeah, anyway, and then I was trying to clean up over there where I unloaded some stuff earlier, and this bush hog does a beautiful job of cutting. The problem is with the way the hitch and stuff's on it, it is so stinking low that when I first tried to start it, we made a crop circle, I got it going over here, and I thought, oh, I don't want to cut all this in case we get the baler going. We want to cut hay. So I shut it off. And then when I got over here to start it again, where did I try to start it? Right here, I think. I almost made another crop circle, except for the fact that when it went to start, those of you that are astute viewers will notice the PTO shaft is not hooked to from the mower to the tractor because the old shear bolt went bang and left the chat. And we have some concerns that the shaft on the gearbox and the shaft diameter on the gearbox and the hole diameter on that yoke are not right. They're not the same. Anyway, so I didn't get any mowing done, which is awesome. Still got a pile of stuff to sort through, a lot of junk to scrap. I really wish I could. I need a day to cut that cab up some more. Make it much less truck looking so the scrapyard will take it without a title. So here's kind of project corner. It's I think it's a 39R. I think. It still looks like it still has a tag on it, but somebody made steel wheels. Ruined a really good set of, I think those are 34s. Anywho, it's pretty rough. It came in a deal. Case disc plow. If anybody out there wants one, I'll make them a deal on it. Of course, there's the old 52R with the hitcher attachment, set of cultivators parts. There's another early 39 whatever R rear end, and then the uni tractor back there. Yeah, missing a few parts, but nothing serious. Been a lot of Facebook, internet discussions about. You give it a shot of the farm. Beans seem to be doing pretty good this year, they think, but man, they're dirty. The dust coming off is just horrendous. Anyway, yeah. Oh, throw the tools back in the truck. Shut that down. Don't need that. Anyway, yeah. I was kind of hoping maybe do a little video of him cutting some beans, but they got their big Brent auger cart over there. My brother-in-law's brother-in-law and his dad, or my brother-in-law's dad, are waiting in line at the elevator. But now I think my brother-in-law just told him just go on home. There's not much more they're going to do tonight. Looks like we might have a beautiful sunset down here on the farm. More projects. Moline 3-point sickle barn mower. It's missing some pieces. There's a Moline tool carrier with a subsoiler in there. Can't see it, but there's a field cultivator back there. I probably showed all this stuff before, but anyway. Well, they didn't get him turned around in time. The semi's pulling in the driveway. That's all right. They were going to need it over here eventually anyhow. Yeah. Worst case scenario, they can run the auger cart over to the semi and get the. Well, I guess the cart does have a top on it. Oh, I don't know what they're going to do. Probably one last thing I'm going to do tonight before I call tonight is talk to my buddy Chad, Sir Chadwick. He watches my stuff, and he was. Oh yeah, it's over there. We were talking about running the Big G off a barbecue tank, and he gave me a little tip. When he would do it, he would actually turn the valve on, fill the line, shut the valve off, which kind of resets the safety on the barbecue tank, and then he could open the valve back up and she would run. So I think I'm going to try that. We'll see what happens. If I do get it running, we'll maybe get a little video of that and call that the end of this video. So anyway, I'll be back. Alright, so things didn't work out so well with the GLP on the barbecue tank. I I'm still here. It's way after dark. When my brother-in-law stopped for his dinner break, they asked me to see if I smelled something hot, and definitely smelled something hot. We have been leaf blowing and garden hosing. We had sparks and stuff coming out of it with the leaf blower. We think, as dirty as the soybeans are here in Indiana this year, at least this part of the state, we think maybe it just got packed up with bean dust up around some of the pulleys. Where he had the most smoke was up around the end of the rotor separator thing. He's got it running pretty well wide open. We're not hearing any bearing noise, nothing like that. But the thing was just absolutely filthy with bean dust, so we're thinking maybe bean dust got down into some of the cracks and crevices and packed in around some of the pulleys, and just the pulleys going round and round, rubbing against the bean dust, got them hot. So, say they've hosed it out a few times. They've been running, Dad's got a Milwaukee leaf blower. We're not sponsored, that's just what he's got. They've been using that to blow the dust off. I don't think they're going to try and run. Nope, yep, they're done for the night. Lights are off. So anyway, I'm going to hop in the old cherry bomb over here, and I'm heading home. I'll be back.